This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
This message comes from Greenlight. Ready to start talking to your kids about financial literacy? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app that teaches kids and teens how to earn, save, spend wisely, and invest with your guardrails in place. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on what your kids are spending with real-time notifications. Join millions of parents and kids building healthy financial habits together on Greenlight. Get started risk-free at greenlight.com/iHeart.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
You know, some people say that Odoo business management software is like fertilizer, the way it promotes growth and all. But other people say Odoo is like a magic beanstalk because it grows with your company and is also magically affordable. And there's some people who would even say Odoo's individual software programs come together to build the perfect suite like building blocks. Well, Odoo is all of these things. Fertilizer, magic beanstalk, building blocks for business. So sign up now at odoo.com. ODOO.com.
KFAN and Custom One Exteriors want to give you a chance to catch the St. Paul Saints in action. Check out our contest page to see how you could win a 4-pack of tickets to the Saints game against the Scranton Rail Riders on June 7th. That's KFAN.com. Keyword contest to enter.
Couple 13-14 past hour number 3 of the Common Man program. Comedies tend to be excited and delighted to be joined by the legendary Mark Rosen.
Afternoon.
Now, what do you know? What do you got? What do you say?
Oh, man.
Your Twins club won yesterday.
Yeah, I was surprised and
Pleasantly surprised.
Pleasantly, given the fact that they were shorthanded once again, and they
blew a 3-0 lead.
Exactly. Looked like the Mets are going to find a way to win it with their lineup. You know, at the top of the order in particular. Again, you know, next year innings, obviously they still have that. I think it's a goofy rule, but
I don't like it either.
It is what it is. But putting a runner at second base, and the Twins surprisingly, you know, I think Soto was up, got out of the inning, and then. Fortunately, Byron Buxton struck out to end the bottom of the ninth. Well, thanks. Take one for the team, Byron, because then he starts the bottom of the 10th inning on second base. And then, was it France? I can't remember who got the base hit.
I thought they could put anybody they wanted on second base.
No. It has to be the last player who was up.
I see.
I don't know if you can pinch run. I assume you can, but obviously with Buxton's speed, the center fielder had to play in a little bit, and he, you know, had to go for the old shoestring catch, and there was no way in the world he was going to. Once he missed it, it was, you know, Buxton could have walked home. And
you like this club now, don't you?
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, they're still. It would be nice, because we've talked about it. I mean, the Central Division is a mess. I mean,
it is. That's good. It's a good division.
No, it's not.
That three of the 5 teams made the playoffs last year.
But, I mean, I'm just saying that it's not going to be difficult to stay in contention. There's not a dominant team. Let's put it that way. The Tigers, Cleveland, Kansas City are all. I mean, Detroit's 2 games over 500.
Yeah, it's early.
I know, and that helps the Twins. That's exactly my point. If they were not that the East is is running away with anything, because the Yankees are 11. It's a lost 7 to Toronto. Yeah, it's kind of a quirky start to the American League in particular. Where there isn't a dominant team. Although, you know, if you look at it, the top team in baseball right now, you would think, it's got to be the Dodgers, right? No, it's the San Diego Padres. They're 15-4. So I think
and you doubted the Padres.
No,
too.
I never doubt the Padres.
Yes, you did.
But the fact that the Twins are 7-12, I mean, it's not because of the situation they're in and where we are and the health of the team. And the pitching has been the starting pitching has been very good, and that's always a really good sign. So they've kept him in most games, and Lopez, I think he's due to return soon. That'll obviously help. And I would like to think that, you know, their lineup can't be as inept as what we've seen, and fielding's got to get better. And I think they'll be competitive and hopefully warm up and get on a roll in June and July in particular, and they don't have to wait that long. And then just avoid this, that collapse late last year was inexcusable and just head scratching. So, anyway, I think we'll all kind of pay attention.
I think you like this club.
Oh, right now, honestly, I'm not paying a lot of attention.
You're not?
No, that were the Wild and the Wolves playing in the postseason. This is what we've been waiting for, to have both teams in the postseason.
Well, you can pay attention to all of it, Ken.
Well,
I do. You got nothing but time on your hands.
I do, and I don't watch Gilligan's Island every night.
We're 3 hours a week here, and then you got your podcast. That's what, a half hour?
No, it takes a little longer than lining up guests and whatever. But yeah, it's not bad. And
you got more time than Dolan's has
redoing. I'm going to do the Vikings. Well, yeah, I should be. I'm 73 years old.
But I'm saying you got plenty of time to pay attention to all these clubs.
Well, I do pay. I'm not saying I don't pay attention. I'm just saying, as far as locking in, like everybody else in the Twin Cities, you're going to have to get your naps in next week, because a lot of really, really late nights, conflicts. Poor Chad Abbott, I just left his office. I mean, you talk about. I said to him, if you don't know where the Wolves and the Wild necessarily are going to be on a given night, how are the listeners going to know? I mean, he's got a programming predicament in there like you wouldn't. Then throw in the NFL draft next Thursday night, the same night that the Wild are playing their first home game. Okay, Mr. Programming Director, what do? Do you care about the draft that much? Or do you wait till the Vikings are on the clock, or do you have to take the Wild in the playoffs right away? Yes. I mean, people can get their information.
The Vikings have priority.
The Vikings pick, but the draft itself, everybody can follow on their telephone. You don't need.
Well, you can follow a Vikings game on the on your telephone.
The Wild, you mean?
Well, or Vikings or Wild.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The NFL draft, though, itself, yeah, but I mean, when it comes to the Vikings pick, I could see going live to. The
Vikings are our bread and butter, Mark.
I understand that.
All right.
But also, I think I'm not the program director. I'm just saying that's.
Sounds like you're trying to be.
That's not an. I feel bad for it. You and Barb are knocking heads in there and trying to figure things out. They got post game.
Beauty is we have an iHeartRadio app where you can just set the Wild channel on your presets.
Well,
and then you don't even have to listen to KFAN. You can listen to the Wild game on your phone.
Okay, then there you go. But I think there's other. I think there's sponsors, et cetera, that are probably waiting. For that information.
What would you do then, Mr. Smarty Pants?
I think I just said for that Thursday night. I mean, it's going to be tough enough because when you got a Wild game starting at 10 o'clock. I mean, you can't make it. You got your teeth in the jar at 8 o'clock normally. To have a Wild playoff game, it shows you what the NHL thinks about. I mean, it's like, talk about flyover. Like, we just don't care that you're going to be watching this game. A 10 o'clock start. Is it Tuesday night, Tenna?
Tuesday night, yeah.
How do you know that?
10, and it won't be 10. It'll be probably 10:15.
It'll be like 10:23.
Let me ask you a question.
All right.
Why does everybody, including you, jump to the conclusion, well, the NHL doesn't care about us?
I mean, it's just...
Maybe it's because we talk about how we're the state of hockey, so they figure, well, those people are diehard enough. If somebody's got to stay up late, they'll stay up late in the Twin Cities.
They will.
Yeah.
They will. But it's also the fact that they're in the West Coast. I mean, and the Wolves are playing the same night. So you got the Wolves playing game 2 against the Lakers in L.A. and the Wild playing game 1.
That Laker game will start at what time? 9:30?
No, it's
the second one. I know the first one's a 7:30 start.
Yeah, I think the second one will be probably pretty close to a 9 something start probably. So I don't know what they're doing in there. They have to figure all that out. It's not an enviable. It's nice when you're the rights holders for all these teams, but it definitely causes.
It's a good problem to have.
It's a nice problem to have because finally, getting back to your point, yeah, the Twins have. We got plenty of games to really lock in. Of course, I'm paying attention, but I think when you have an opportunity now that it's happened before. I remember when I was covering the Wolves and the Wild were in the playoffs, and it's a nice problem to have. There are other cities that have this every single year, and they go, "This is the norm." It's not the norm for us here. Now, I posed a question to you off the air yesterday. I don't know if you answered it. What would be the bigger upset, the Wild beating Vegas or the Wolves beating the Lakers? My answer was the Wild beating Vegas. And it's clearly...
Why is that?
Well, because Vegas, I think Vegas is one of the top 3-4 teams in the NHL. And and the Wild have not played well against them. They're not It would be stunning.
I don't think we played them once at full strength. I think we had.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean,
and you know what else?
Vegas is.
I think 2 of the times we played them, we had to play them on back-to-backs, and they didn't play us on back-to-back.
Well, I like your optimism, but
well, I mean, you got
saying you asked me. I'm just saying it still would be.
You can't just look at the records.
No,
you got to take a deeper look.
But I think, yeah. But you look at the way that team is built. Okay, I appreciate that.
I like to take
appreciate
deep
looks at.
I look underneath the surface. That's what I do when I'm analyzing.
Under the rock.
Yeah.
But it would be delicious if they could. That would be for sure. That's for sure. But first things first, you got to get through game 1 for both teams. And it could be. I mean, hopefully it's fun. It's been a long time. I mean, last year the Wolves got all the way to the Western Conference Finals. We all know that. It's been a while since the Wild have won a first round series. This would feel. I'm not saying it would feel like winning the cup, but it would definitely be like, wow, they just upset one of the top contenders for the cup.
I think
in the first round.
Overrating Vegas a little bit. I think we.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I just think they are.
All right. Well, I hope you're right.
I think the Wolves being the Lakers would be the bigger upset.
I knew you would say that only because no matter what I said, you would take the opposite view.
I'd like doing that.
I know you do, and you're good. You're damn good at it. You should be.
I should have been
on the debate team.
In the debate team, I should have been, because I can make an argument for both.
And
I'll just say this:
very good.
Does Golden State have one of the top 2 or 3 players of all time in the National Hockey League on their team?
Who are you talking about? Vegas?
Golden Knights. I mean, do they have one of the top 2 or 3 players to ever play hockey on their team? No.
And the Wild don't either.
No, but the Lakers have LeBron James. I'm saying which would be more of an upset.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, he's 40 years. Yeah, LeBron James 5, 6 years, 7, 8 years ago.
He's still playing at a very high level right now.
Yeah, he's playing at a high level. But, I mean, I'm not.
Do the Golden Knights have what's considered maybe the best offensive player in the National Hockey League right now?
They have an assortment of top players.
Do they have the best? Are they? Doncic is considered, if not the best, one of the best. Yeah. That's pretty good.
He's damn good. He's a top 5 player. It's
tough to beat those players. You heard what Conley said. Those guys are 3-level thinkers.
Right. They are.
There's nothing that Finchie's going to throw at LeBron that he's not seen before.
Of course.
I think the upset question doesn't really come down to Los Angeles versus Vegas. It comes down to Wild versus Wolves.
Well, yeah.
And, the Wild clearly have been in a bit of a tailspin second half of the season. Don't have.
Right.
The Wolves did have success in the playoffs last year, getting the Western Conference Finals. So I think it's more of probably have less confidence in the Wild and the Wolves more so than their opponents.
Well, I think the opponent has something to do with it, though.
Well, yeah, and Vegas is. I mean, teams win Stanley Cups.
ESPN, all their
individuals.
experts, every one of the experts at ESPN picked the Lakers to win.
Well, of course they did.
Well, they'd all pick Vegas, too.
They'd all pick Vegas. 100% they'd all pick Vegas. They had all their hockey experts, they do that type of thing. All of them would take Vegas. There's not one that would.
You're sure?
Oh, 100%. Okay. No, I never say 100%. 98%.
Well, it sounds like they'd both be big upsets.
They both would be upsets. I think the bigger one would be. Although
I don't think Wolves Lakers is a big upset. They were one game apart in the regular season.
Yeah, I agree.
And like I said, the Wolves went to the Western Conference Finals last year. This isn't.
No, this is they have a better roster set up for the postseason than the Wild do at the moment. We don't have we haven't been able to see a full strength Kaprizov. Let's hope these last couple days in particular getting ready. He's kind of found his stride a little bit more. Their power play hasn't been great. They got the new kid on the block. Maybe he's going to. We heard he was practicing today on the power play. Zeev.
We got Zeev.
Yeah.
Kaprizov. Eck.
Boldy.
One of the best goaltenders in the National Hockey League. You go ahead and write him off at your own risk.
I'm not writing him off. I'm just talking about. I will stay up and watch that game. Oh, I do. I will. On the last night I took your advice. I did not watch the Sacramento. Who'd Sacramento play? I can't remember. They got beat. And then fired their coach.
They lost to Dallas last night.
Dallas took care of it. I didn't watch. I went to bed. I didn't care about that game.
Mavs club won a play-in game without Doncic?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, we'll see how they do next game. next series. I mean, I think they play Memphis tomorrow night now. Memphis at home. Then the winner gets the opportunity to play and get eliminated by OKC. So, now, I don't think OKC is necessarily going to make it to the NBA Finals, but
you don't.
They have to be established the favorite. But I think there's a lot of. I think just a little. Like are they ready yet? That's that type of thing. I don't know. That's why they play the games. I think Houston will beat. I think Houston will beat Golden
OKC
State.
is ready. I think they've been waiting all season.
All season long for Sunday night.
I think they're waiting. I think OKC is.
You might be. I think
they're very formidable.
They're very formidable. Yes, they're 10 deep. They got arguably the MVP arguably in the league.
They play defense.
They got our guy Chet Holmgren, who can knock down 3-pointers along with a little bit. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. We're just getting started.
You're picking the Wolves and the Wild to win, aren't you?
You don't know that. I'm not picking the Wild to win. No, I'm hopeful. I want them desperately to win. I just don't think it's necessarily, obviously, the most advantageous. They got to steal one in Vegas.
Are they going to get swept? Gentlemen's?
I don't know. I don't think they'll get. And they've been a better. You guys have talked about it. They've been a really good road team this year. I hope they can perform that well at home. Fans, I would love to be rewarded for their loyalty. And the first game here is next Thursday, same night as the drafts. If you're keeping score at home. I don't think that's going to affect one person who's going to the Wild game. They don't care because they can check on their phone and see how the...
And if you're watching the draft, you can check on your phone and see how the Wild are doing. And Meat Sauce will
let you know.
And like I say, if you're watching the draft, you can look at your phone and see how the Wild are doing. Same thing.
Same thing. 100%.
The handheld computer, which doubles as a communication device,
the world has changed.
Just wonderful. We'll break. We'll come back. More to get to with Mark Rosen, but Tennessee's got, we call it bonus bucks is what we call it.
Yeah, we do. The Fan and BigDeck.com want to give you a shot to win bonus bucks with our national cash contest. Enter the keyword happy at KFAN.com right now for your shot at winning. That keyword is happy. Enter now at KFAN.com.
Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/iHeart. Greenlight.com/iHeart.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Thumbtack presents the ins and outs of caring for your home. Out. Uncertainty. Self-doubt. Stressing about not knowing where to start. In. Plans and guides that make it easy to get home projects done. Out. Word art. Sorry, live, laugh, lovers. In. Knowing what to do, when to do it, and who to hire. Start caring for your home with confidence. Download Thumbtack today.
You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
the glass for Ron White's return to the island. From hilarious childhood stories to witty tales about life now, you'll laugh along to it all when he takes the stage at Treasure Island on April 19th and 20th. Enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets now at KFAN.com. Keyword contest.
Past here on the Common Man program. Time now for Peek at the Pros, brought to you by the Minnesota Golf Association. Mark your calendars, June 7th, Golf Day in Minnesota. Go out and play and join today at mngolf.org. Golf Day Minnesota. Tee to Green will be at the Classic at Madden's, broadcasting live. We're very excited to be doing so. If you join the MGA today, you can establish a handicap index, a free subscription to Minnesota Golfer Magazine, and more. mngolf.org is where you need to go. It's not quite as dramatic as the Masters, but it's the RBC Heritage being played at one of my favorite golf courses. I've never played there, but just...
I actually have, believe it or not.
At Harbortown?
Yeah. I was out there with Denise years ago for a vacation, Hilton Head, and it was a joy. It was fun.
Tell me about the 18th hole.
The lighthouse hole.
Yeah.
Well, I actually hit a good drive on 18, and then I did. I think I still doubled it, but I don't remember the specifics of it. It's a lot of years ago, but
well, this really wasn't about you.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying it. It's one of the rare times I can say I actually played at that golf course. It was a lot of fun.
RBC Heritage is taking place right now at Mark Rosen's favorite golf course, Harbortown. JT's your leader. He shoots 10 under today. Russ Henley at 7 under along with Scotty Scheffler. Wyndham Clark still out on the golf course, 4 shots back. That's through 15. And a whole host of golfers, many names you'd recognize: Fitzpatrick, Spahn, Woodland, Harmon, Kuchar, Bradley,
pretty good field
Cantlay, Fleetwood, Spieth, and many others out on the golf course right now at various stages of the rounds, 5 under, 6 under. Most of them have finished for the day. I saw where did it go? I thought I saw a text that, here's one. It says, no way Rosen stays up to watch the Wild game. Kowalski's doesn't stay open that late.
I was there and asked them if they could put some TVs in their store over there, the new one. So
you practically live there.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're open now. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they're not anymore. I remember in Byron, there were grocery stores, big grocery store chains that were open 24 hours a day. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's the case anymore. Is it? I don't believe so, but it's going to feel like that next week. But better that option than not having him there, I guess. But it's still going to be very difficult. You always talk about this. Remember, even with World Series games, we grew up, obviously they were all in the afternoon, and then then all of them are at night now, and they never start on time. And if you're a kid and you're a baseball fan, but now we're really smack in the middle of the school year, and I mean, obviously it's hard enough for adults to stay up that late, but I mean, for kids that have to go to bed long before the game, even the face-off or the tip-off, I mean, it's difficult to say, look,
it's crushing.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's unfair. I mean, it's nothing you can do about it. But TV rules the roost, and they control.
You were part of that.
The purse string. I wasn't part of it.
You were part of that evil TV.
No, I wasn't in the boardrooms making those decisions. But
part of the reason you got those big paychecks.
Yeah, okay.
They schedule those games.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely trickle down to.
How much did you just hate late games in this? The
anchors
would come off at 11:30 at night.
The anchors used to complain the worst. Especially,
well, you couldn't have been happy about it.
Well, I didn't. I mean, I didn't care as much.
10:32 hits. You're on your way home. Now you're not getting out of there till 12:30 or 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't miss those days at all. But that's rarely now on a major network. Now the Wolves game Saturday night's on ABC, but that's a 7:30 start here, so it's not a big deal. It's 5:30 out in LA, so that's a weekend. But I'm talking about we never had really that problem with at CBS, just Final Four stuff and college basketball. And then college football would go over, but that would be more early show stuff. NFL games, that's what would cause the second game. There used to be second game would kick off at 3, and then they moved it to basically almost like 3:30, and then you play that game where are we going to preempt 60 minutes? Are we going to show it in its entirety? Everything gets pushed back, and all of a sudden, Sports Sunday goes on at 11:20 or whatever it is. Yeah, those are not fun nights, but not my issue anymore.
Yeah, there was nothing you could do about it at the time.
No, nothing you could do about it. The way it goes.
Text message just came in that says, hold on. They come in so quickly that they start to, I got to scroll back down. It says, "Comment to me, boy. Can you explain how pro golfers decide to play in which tournaments? Is it just about their personal schedule? Do they have obligations to their sponsors?
Good question.
Is it whether they feel just like playing or not? What do you think?"
Well, I think it's a combination. I mean, isn't it? I think that most of the, Scotty Scheffler, obviously in demand to play at any tournament. I'm sure he maps out his schedule with his people early in the year, and he decides. He played the Masters and follows up, goes right to Heritage, and plays this week as well. There's not, Rory's not playing. Justin Rose isn't playing. I'm trying to think of all the other. Now, obviously, none of the live golfers can play, but I don't know. I think it's personal choice, and
there are some mandatory events and requirements to maintain your tour status.
Sure.
Players generally do have flexibility in their schedules. There are mandatory events. Top players required to participate. The Players, Masters, PGA Championship, U.S. Open, the Open, which they would want to play in anyways in the FedEx Cup playoffs.
Right.
Players can choose which tournaments to play from a schedule of over 40 to maintain PGA Tour status. Players must meet a minimum number of starts, and top players are exempt into signature events, but other players may need to qualify through a system of priority and ranking exemptions.
But our good friend Hollis Cadner, for instance, tries to do a great job of selling, the 3M championship here to have.
Because some players don't have to play in them. They select their events, and so
he's done a damn good job of getting some of the top names.
Let's pause and come back, and when we do, we're going to get Mark Rosen's official predictions.
All right.
On the Wolves-Lakers series, not just the first game, the series.
The series, yep.
And the Wild versus the Golden Knights next year on the Fan.
Thumbtack presents the ins and outs of caring for your home. Out. Indecision. Overthinking. Second-guessing every choice you make. In. Plans and guides that make it easy to get home projects done. Out. Beige on beige on beige. In. Knowing what to do, when to do it, and who to hire. Start caring for your home with confidence. Download Thumbtack today.
You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
miss out on the excitement and fun of Timberwolves playoff basketball. Visit the only official ticket marketplace for Wolves playoff games at timberwolves.com/playoffs to secure your seats today and be part of the playoff madness.
Final segment of the Grum on Comedies Tend to Be, the legendary Mark Rosen. I got a question for you, Tim.
Yes, sir. Oh, Tend to Be, sorry.
Tend to Be, you have to, and it's a multiple choice, but there are only two choices. And you have to select one.
Okay.
For lunch, I had a stuffed green pepper.
That sounded so good.
And right now, I'm about to eat for what I'm calling my dessert, pineapples on top of cottage cheese.
Ah, love it.
I would do the green pepper.
You would do the green pepper?
Yeah.
What would your choice be?
Well, I mean, I heard you describing. I love the green pepper with the stuffed with the meat.
Right? Is that what you would take rather than the cottage cheese?
I would. I mean, but you're mentioning one of my favorite little side dishes. I mean, I love having pineapple on cottage cheese.
You do?
Oh, I eat cottage cheese all the time.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do. I love it. I get a little half pint almost every time I'm at the store.
Really?
Yeah, I think it just. I love pineapple on it. Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that.
Do you get a real pineapple and cut it, or do you just buy
a combination? I mean, I'll wait a little while longer for pineapple. I mean, I know they come from Hawaii or whatever, but I cut them up. But a lot of times, if I get lazy, I'll just buy the canned. And
we never eat canned in our house.
Yeah, well, it's good. It's smart.
We always cut them up. Oh wait, hold on a second. My wife always cuts.
Yeah, I was going to say it's an art in terms of cutting the pineapple correctly.
I had a friend of mine once tell me, pineapple's like eating a Snickers bar with the amount of sugar. And I looked at him and I said, why don't you introduce me to some of your fat fruit friends?
Yeah. Well, of course there's sugar in fruit, but not like eating Snicker bars.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, no, it's pretty healthy overall. Yeah, yes, good.
Wild. When is their first game?
Sunday
night.
Sunday.
Yes.
That's not the 10 p.m. one, though?
No, the 10 p.m. one I think it's the Sunday one is 9.
9. Okay.
Tuesday is 10 p.m.
Tuesday is 10. They open on the road against the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Who wins, Mark Rowe, the series, and why?
Well, I'm going with Vegas. I think it's going to go 6. I think the Wild will. I think Gus Bus will find a way of stealing one.
Okay.
And I think the Wild will win at least one more. It'd be nice if they won one in Vegas, but more importantly, it'd be nice if they won one here. I just don't see it going. I mean, 6 would be, I'm not saying acceptable because you want them to see them win a first-round series, but.
Would you call it a moral victory?
No, I don't think at this point, professional level, we can talk about moral victories for any professional team. I just think that Vegas is better suited with more playoff tested, and the Wild have struggled the second half of the season. Granted, they've been missing, again, we know what the situation's been with the injuries that's taken a toll. Unless Kaprizov can end up being the guy. I mean, it'd be nice for him to he's got more talent in little pinky than, most of the players do on the ice. And if he has an explosive type of series and finds a way to be that guy, yeah, he can be the great equalizer. No doubt about it. But I just think Vegas is better suited right now for a longer Stanley Cup run, starting with the Wild. I hope I'm wrong.
I think the Wild win.
Okay.
4-3.
4-3. All right. I hope you're right. I sure hope you're right.
I believe in the hometown team.
Well, it's a question of believing. I mean, you're asking me to make a prediction. You're not asking me who
You don't believe in them. You don't believe they're going to win.
No, I don't believe they're going to win. It doesn't mean I don't want them to win. But if you want me to play the Ducky and Bunny, then I can go that way if you want. I mean,
we are about to do that with the next prediction.
No, I'm not. The
Lakers, Wolves.
Here's what I will say. Last
who wins
year,
the series and why?
Here's a year ago, pretty much the same national experts who were picking a Lakers victory over the Wolves in this series did the same thing with Phoenix against the Wolves in round 1. Everybody loved Phoenix last year. No one picked the Wolves to win that series. They won, and we know the Wolves 1-4. And I've said this time and time again. This is a better roster right now for the Wolves than they had a year ago.
Better or deeper? You said
deeper.
Better.
Deeper. I mean, because I think when they bring DiVincenzo off the bench, I think I think you have a vastly improved Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Jaden McDaniels playing his better ball. Jaden Clark can lock people up at times. It's a better roster suited for the long run than what they even had a year ago. But I've said that remember I said weeks ago, I said doesn't mean they're going to go as far as they did a year ago. I think, and I'm conflicted. Basically, I know you want an answer. I think it's going to be a 7-game series. I think it's going the distance.
And you're taking the Wolves.
And I have a hard time picking against the Lakers at home in Game 7. I just think that through whatever means, I'm not going the conspiracy theory. I just think that they'll find Doncic. I'm just not a big fan of their bench. Jared Vanderbilt was a former Timberwolf. He's okay.
He's been playing pretty good.
He's okay. But Ant can take it over. I mean, I with every fiber of my body, of course, I want to take the Wolves to win this series, and they're very capable of doing it. But if you're asking me to make a pick, I guess I would take the Lakers in 7. And
wow.
I would. I just think it's going to. I think the Falls are going to go against them, and I'm not yelling conspiracy theory, but I just think that the Wolves will find a way to win home games here and win a game in L.A. But I think 7 games would be phenomenal. It would be great series. One last swan song for LeBron at this level. Doncic, is capable of. We know what he's capable of. Austin Reeves. Again, I like the Wolves roster. I really, really do. I just think they're going to have a lot of trouble in a final game. But I hope I'm wrong.
I don't think the Lakers are going to know what hit them.
I hope you're right. I think the first game, Ant's ready for. This is his moment. This is his moment on the big stage because all eyes are going to be on this series in the NBA.
Remember the song, This Magic Moment?
Yes.
This magic moment.
Ant is locked in, no doubt about it. He can carry this team to a series win. He absolutely can. Yes, he can. He's that Jordan-esque type of player that can lead a team.
You're making him a comparison to
I'm
Mike
just saying
Jordan?
he's capable of taking over a series. And I think the Lakers are going to have their hands full. I don't care how many guys they throw at him.
Take over a series with Doncic and LeBron?
Well, Doncic doesn't play defense. I don't think, and neither does LeBron, really. He's very good at getting out on the break, getting rebounds, and setting people up, but he's 40, and he's still, you got to try to, he'll take some wild shots, too. I don't know why I'm taking the Lakers, because I think the Wolves have a great chance of getting a chance of, why?
So let me get this straight. It's a better roster than last year, but they're not going to go as far. Make more sense, Rosen.
Well, I'm saying that the Lakers have the mojo, I think, going for them in a Game 7. That's all. I think that Doncic will end up shooting 18 free throws in that game because he'll be whining.
Conspiracy theory, right?
Well, no. He's the best at drawing fouls in the league when he uses his body against the defender to give himself the illusion that he got fouled. So
you don't think he's getting fouled?
Many times he does, but a lot of times he does not. Okay. He just sells it better than any player I've ever seen. And he's got the little wry smile on his face when it happens. He knows damn well what he's doing. And he's an incredible player. He's an incredible passer. He's got the whole package. He doesn't play a lot of defense.
You missed it then. He took the Lakers in 7.
Well,
I heard.
I hope
despite
I'm
the
wrong.
fact that Anthony Edwards is Jordan-esque.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's capable. I'm having trouble picking a winner in this series. I really am. I don't want to. I hope I'm wrong.
Tell Rosen to move to L.A. with his son and get season tickets to the Lakers since he likes them so much.
Well, I just got through a lot of compliments towards the Wolves. You're asking me to pick a winner in this series. And I think Game 7, the scales will be tipped in the Lakers' favor at the free throw line.
Can we get this negativity off the radio by Rosen? Holy cow.
It's not negativity.
Here's another.
Okay, the Wolves are going to win in 4. How's that? Is that better?
Here's another one. Tell Rosie the betting odds are virtually the same for both the Wild and Wolves. Vegas is minus 205. Lakers are minus 200. He's just picking the Wolves to have a better chance because he hates St. Paul.
I hate St. Paul.
Well, you don't ever go there. Or you go to Lower Town.
I don't want to recite again the whole.
You couldn't find Lower Town on a map. Your GPS couldn't find Lower Town.
I know exactly where it is.
Right.
And
it was in the lower part of town.
And when
everybody knows that.
For these children who were writing in, I can tell them about covering the Wild in every single playoff series they were in. I was there the night that they hit the stanchion, the Blackhawks won. I was there in 2003, covered every single game. Wild haven't had that many long runs. I hate to break it to you. So I know where St. Paul is. Thank you.
Yeah. Why do people want to get you going?
That's fine. I think it's funny. But I don't know. I could easily. When I was sitting in Abbott's office, I said I'm going to take the Wolves in 7. I got in here and I thought I did that common thing, rub my temples and go. I can see Doncic going to the line, and it's going to be a close game at the end, and the Lakers will close it out because Doncic will get fouled 14 times at the end of the game.
See how he's covering himself now?
Correct.
What do you mean covering myself?
So either way, whatever team wins, you had thought about that.
I'm not backing off of it. I'm not. I will admit. I will say, geez, I was wrong. I thought the Lakers would win in 7. I was wrong. I hope I'm wrong because I live and die with the Wolves right now.
This one says, common is a Richard, but he's got it capitalized D-I-C-K.
What does that mean?
No.
In what context?
I'm good at it.
Is there context? You are. Well, no one's better.
It's what I do for a living.
Exactly. You're a gadfly.
That's what I do for a living. I'm a Richard. This one says, is Rosen going to sit with Kilborn in L.A.? We asked that yesterday. Have you got the call from
No,
Craig?
I'm not going to L.A. I got plans this weekend. Watching the games here. Nope.
Great to finally know where Rosie stands. Now we know he was cheering when Mikan and the Lakers ditched us for L.A.
Mikan didn't ditch him. He was retired by then. But nice try. No, he was long gone. Elgin Baylor was here.
Yeah.
Then they left. Then they drafted Jerry West the next year, and the rest is Laker history. Thanks a lot. They're playing at the Minneapolis Armory.
Something else that I guess we should, this is a momentous occasion.
What's that?
Now that the regular season has come to an end, I know that, the Wild still have the playoffs coming, but
right.
The Suter-Parisi contracts.
How about that?
They're gone. Tennessee, they're gone.
I know.
Regular season.
I thought it would happen.
What do you think about that?
I think they're officially gone. There's some sort of date in June, but
yeah.
But technically, the
Bill
season's
Guerin's
over.
rubbing his hands.
The next time we play a regular season game, we won't have to worry about that. We got all sorts of loot now to work with.
They got all sorts of loot.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Private jets and nanny, everything. They got everything.
They got it all.
They got it all taken care of. I remember that day, 4th of July, wasn't it, when they had the big news conference in St. Paul? Parisi and Suter signed.
That's when Tennessee was calling them the Skatriots.
I remember. We thought they were going to be hanging banners after that signing.
I think he also said he thought that one time he'd rather have Parisi than Ovi because Parisi plays more defense. He said something to that.
Something like that.
So let's say, for argument's sake, you nail the prediction and the Wild lose, or the Wolves lose to the Lakers in 6, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But let's say it's 7 games, contested series. What's next for the Wolves then? What do you think they would need to do?
Not a lot. I mean, I think they have, there's a lot of rumors about, Kevin Durant is definitely being shopped. There's more steam, if you want to call it that, about him going maybe to Houston or something. But his association, Anthony Edwards and Kevin Durant are very tight. And I know, not that his impact in terms of the front office, they know. But I don't. Would they be willing to give up Jaden McDaniels and Nickeil Alexander-Walker for a 37-year-old Kevin Durant who's still playing at a high level? I think Durant would be rejuvenated by coming to a place like here. Other than a blockbuster deal, which Tim Connolly is very capable of, as we know, we've seen it before. The Gobert trade, as controversial as it was, probably put them in a position where they are today. I don't think there's a lot of big moves they're going to make this offseason. I mean, you still got, Ant's going to turn 24, and Dillingham, you like to think it's going to improve, and they have other young players. So I don't know if there's going to be another blockbuster other than the possibility. And I think it's still a stretch a little bit, to think about Kevin Durant coming here, but that might be the one move they would make.
What? I got a hypothetical question for you.
Yes, sir.
If your wife was the lead counsel for the Minnesota Wild,
Yes.
would you be picking the Wild to win?
No,
Okay.
no, I don't think it has anything.
How about if she was the lead legal counsel for the Timberwolves? Would you be picking the Wolves to win the game?
Oh, but I'm very close with a lot of people in the Wolves, front office and other people over there, and I don't have to, I bleed Timberwolves. I want to see them win this series, but you asked me for a prediction.
Yeah, I know.
What do you want me to do?
I'm just
if I said the Wolves are of course, Ducky and Bunny and I hear all. I can't
win, no, or lose.
I can't win or lose, and I hope I'm wrong. And I think it's going to go 7. I really do. And then I'll bet. Literally, like I say, all bets are off. And if we get to a 7th game, I'll make a bet on it. And I'll take the Wolves just to make it interesting.
Huh?
Just to cover my bases, without we don't have a wager on it.
This one says, how about the bet for the Wolves finishing in the 6th place? We took care of that already.
Yeah,
Rosen
we did.
gave me $14 yesterday instead of $20. It's already been taken care of.
It was done.
So we have a clean slate now with bets.
I think we do. I don't think we have anything on the table right now.
Teneby, are you interested in any bets here with the Wild and the... who do you like in the series, Wild?
Yeah, test the hockey guy.
Well, I think Vegas is going to win the series.
Oh, really?
Oh, there you go. Wow.
Bet.
Take the Wild for $2.
I'm not going to bet because I'm going to cheer for the Wild. So I'm not going to bet against my rooting interest. But unlike Rosie,
I'll take the Wild.
I think the Timberwolves are going to win versus the Los Angeles Lakers.
Good.
How much more on bet?
You got the Lakers?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
My name is Luca.
Well, I'm not going to make a bet.
$2.
No.
Where's the chicken sound? Bok. Why don't you want to make a bet?
Because I can get better odds at a casino than I can with you. So why would I bet with you?
Because it's $2.
It's
a casino outside of our state, I should say.
Right. Well, it's going to be fun. And I hope the Wolves sweep them. I really do, but it's not going to happen.
Well, I thought you guys liked gambling. You both just got real tight-lipped.
Well, what do you mean? I said, what do you want me to take?
You're talking big about the Lakers. I'd be more than happy to take the Wolves.
You want to take the Wild against you?
I'm not betting against. Even for a measly $2, I don't want to bet against the Wolves. I just don't want to.
Teneby said about the Wild. You guys are just.
I just don't want to do it.
It's not like you got.
Take your $2.
It's not like you've got
a candy bar
family member playing on the team or something.
I know.
None of the players on the team know who you are.
Okay, I'll take it.
There we go. I got
$2?
$2.
You're so easy to talk into a bet.
Well, it's $2. It's a cup of coffee. I'm not
that confident.
It's not even a cup of coffee.
If you said $200, I wouldn't take that.
I know you
bet.
would.
Are you kidding me? $200 on I'll bet $200 on the Wolves. No chance. Yeah. I'll bet $2 on them. I like this Wolves club. I like them a lot.
Hey, I'll give you one little Viking nugget. Close circuit to Warren because I know he's listening. I will give you a name of a player who's currently on the roster who is not only working his butt off, but might make an impact when you're thinking about the draft coming up. Who was already on the roster?
J.J. McCarthy.
Walter Rouse. Offensive lineman is
above average at that.
Looking like a force.
Now, isn't he a tackle?
A tackle. Offensive tackle, guard / whatever.
So where's he going to play? Well, he can play guard.
Well, no, but I'm just saying he's
I'm just saying he's playing so well that they're going to trade one of their tackles and insert him in the lineup?
No, I'm just saying that as a backup or whatever my case may be. I'm just saying I'm hearing a lot of really good reports about him.
You're sounding like Warren now.
I'm hearing a lot of good things about Brian Asamoah.
Well, I got it from a great source, so I'll just tell you that.
I'm hearing a lot of good things about this Wild club. I think the Wild and the Wolves are both advancing. But you guys don't want to bet, so.
Yes, did.
Did we? No, you said you wouldn't bet. You said, no, I won't bet. I won't bet against my club.
I'll take Vegas.
So you're willing to bet against the Wild, but Jared wouldn't.
No, I said I would take the Lakers for the $2 just to have
you
fun
did
with
say?
it.
Oh,
yeah, if you want me to, I don't care.
You're on.
Like I said, it's
Closed circuit to power trip.
It's
bets. Well, at first you said you weren't going to take the bet.
I know because it's psychological. I don't care. It's $2.
Then we're at $2. Let's go $2 on both.
That's fine.
I'll take the Wild
And the Wolves.
And you can have the bad guys.
Okay.
Because I like parades.
Okay.
We'll see you Tuesday at 2.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Yeah, all right.
Tenby, thanks for having me.
Hey, great job.
You as well. We enjoyed our visit. It's always fun. We'll be back tomorrow. What's program password again?
Pat Micheletti and Mr. Fun tomorrow.
Sweet. That's tomorrow at 1:30. Little B at 1. See you tomorrow. Big Ticket and JG are next.
And good night, folks. And good night, Mrs. Calabash. Wherever you are.
I'm a fraud.
Yes.
Listen back to any of Common Man's programs by podcasting on the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.
You know, some people say that Odoo business management software is like fertilizer, the way it promotes growth and all. But other people say Odoo is like a magic beanstalk because it grows with your company and is also magically affordable. And there's some people who would even say Odoo's individual software programs come together to build the perfect suite like building blocks. Well, Odoo is all of these things. Fertilizer, magic beanstalk, building blocks for business. So sign up now at odoo.com. ODOO.com.